All right, it's 8 o'clock. Let's call the Water and Light Commission meeting for May 17th, 2024 to order, please. Please call roll.
Commissioner Grindy?
Yes.
Commissioner Beauchamp?
Yes.
Commissioner Quirk?
Yes.
Commissioner Riopel?
Yes.
All right, approved minutes from previous meeting, May 1st, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Please call roll.
Grindy?
Yes.
Beauchamp?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
Riopel?
Yes.
All right, bills and payroll.
Move. Second.
Please call roll.
Grindy?
Yes.
Beauchamp?
Yes.
Quirk?
Yes.
Riopel?
Yes.
Comments from the public, nothing. Reports, Todd. Look at that stride.
Apparently the only one that got the new dress code memo.
Or maybe at the wrong meeting.
He's on time this time.
Yeah, I'm heading up to NMPA's annual meeting in Thief River right after this, so
Oh, boy.
they have a strict dress code for that. So. A few items. 2023 miscellaneous. I believe Northolt was out doing some cleanup and some of the punch list items, according to what Todd had mentioned to me. So hopefully that's moving along. For 2024 miscellaneous, I've got all the contract documents back from Northolt. They're here to be signed. So we can take care of that this meeting. And then we do have a pre-construction meeting scheduled for tomorrow morning at 10:30 over at the DSC. So getting started on that. And then our survey teams, they've been out doing some right-of-way and easement staking on the 10th Street for the Industrial Park Circuits 4 and 5 projects. So that'll be the first one we'll tackle. So we're moving along on some of that. So things are getting started. Other than that, material continues to come in. We're sitting pretty good there. Map updates, I've got those as far as I can go with them for right now, so they're going to be on the back burner for a little bit till we figure out the next steps on those. And then on our Business Highway 2 lighting project, as I mentioned before, we had the drawings done on that. And Steve has been talking to MnDOT, and it sounds like that's probably not going to happen this year. It's going to wait till next spring because of the funding situation on that. So that's going to get pushed back a little bit. But we're going to finish it up and get it ready, put it on the shelf, and then take it off, and we can get started on it.
So tell them the good news.
Well, the good news was it sounded like they were going to fund 100% of the construction costs.
Ooh.
We have originally taken 50 under that.
Right, so there's a little silver lining there to waiting. So.
Will we get paid for our costs?
No.
No, they'll do the labor and material part, and then they'll pay for the engineering on the construction part of it, and that's pretty much it, as far as I understand.
So preliminary plans, design, we paid for that. Todd's about done with that, so.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, and I think it's about 140, 50 grand, or what is it, 180?
Yep.
So that's not nothing. So we'll wait till July of next year.
Do we assume the maintenance on for eternity afterwards?
Yeah, then we will then, right, Todd?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Other than that, it's just business as usual. So that's
Perfect.
Questions? That's all I have.
Any questions for Todd?
Do we bill the state for the electricity? Well, I'm not asking. I don't know. No.
I don't think we do, no. I think the city,
That'll be our life.
the city reimburses us for that.
Oh, all right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Steve.
Sodash project at the water plant. We're just still working on getting some closeout items finished up. Just heard from the contractor yesterday. Everything's kind of progressing there, so anticipate probably in the next couple of weeks we should have everything kind of closed out there and be able to submit final payment application. Kind of talked to Brian, sounds like he's been running the unit. Everything's been working good, so that's good sign. So that's all I really have for an update on that project.
Z?
That was easy.
Any questions for Steve?
Nope.
Thank you, sir. City Attorney, Mr. Gallstad.
A slow week. I have nothing really to add other than have a great morning.
Thank you, Ron. Old business, nothing. Request to donate water to fill East Grand Forks public swimming pool. Mr. King.
Thank you, Commissioners, for hearing my request this morning. Parks and Rec Department is gearing up to put water in the swimming pool. And as you all know, it is a vital recreational hub for residents and visitors. On a typical pool year, we can have about 20,000 attendees come through the East Grand Forks public swimming pool. I'm here to request your consideration in donating water to fill the pool. This has been a past practice. I'm not exactly sure when it started, but in 2023, the Commission approved a donation of 300,026 gallons of water at a cost of $2,933.63, and the request for today would be another 326,500 gallons for a total request of $3,083.12.
I'll move. Second.
Call roll.
Grindy,
Yes.
Bochamp.
Yes.
Quirk.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. King.
Is this something we want to make a resolution?
We did, but
It's in the minutes in June of 2022 that you approved
Correct.
it, but as far as resolution, I think we wanted it to come forward so that it's just
People
something.
are aware.
Because people come and go, so if the commission
Gotcha.
changes, it's up to you, yeah.
We'd like to see Mr. King visit us.
Smile once in a while.
but I like the public to know that we are participating in
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to be
Recreation.
transparent. Yeah.
Nope, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. C12 scrubber media replacement.
Good morning.
Morning, Brian.
Little background on the project. The chlorine scrubber was originally installed back in 2000. In 2018, we replaced half of the chlorine desiccant media due to the fact that it had degraded to the point that it could no longer scrub, chlorine gas sufficiently from the air in the event we had an accidental release. This is an EPA requirement as part of our risk management plan to maintain the scrubber. Our continued biannual testing of the media has revealed that now the second half also has degraded and needs replacement. So I included in the packet an Aquapure Incorporated quote of $90,090, and that includes the media product, installation, as well as disposal of the now degraded media. I broke down those costs below, and it's also in the included attachments. $77,000 and change for 500 square feet of the media, approximately $8,500 for rental equipment that's going to be used for the removal and replacement. We have labor and disposal. This was foreseen. It was coming up, so it was budgeted for in 2024, right, Brianna? So we did get it in there. So my recommendation would be to, did you have a question, Mr. Beauchamp?
Yeah, I have several.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, is there two parts to the system? I was here when you put the system in, but is there two parts so you can exchange one and then you got one to take care of the actual problem if it happens?
So
is that how it works?
There's not two separate sections. Basically what it is it's a fiberglass vessel, similar to a small grain bin, I guess I would say.
Yep.
And the media is just, it's stacked in there. They'd removed half of the media and put new stuff in, and now we have to remove
the other half.
I think we did it over the course of 1 or 2 days. So I guess during that period, you know, we wouldn't have been able to run the scrubber if we needed to in that 1 or 2 days. But
So he couldn't be talked. You're referring to he has 2 plants.
well, we do, but we only have one chlorine disinfection system.
Right.
So, so I think if I'm understanding your question correctly, we would be out of commission with that scrubber for the course of 1 to possibly 2 days.
And chance of something happening are pretty small.
Correct.
If you know, how much did it cost us back 6 years ago?
So it was about, it was 70, I want to say it was between 70 and 75,000.
Okay. And then the third question I have is, when you say that they periodically inspect or whatever to make sure, do they physically come here, or do you take a sample and send it in?
We take the samples ourselves. There's 4 different ports on the side of the unit, so we're getting it from, you know, different levels throughout
Okay.
the media, and we send those off, and we do that twice, once in the fall and once in the spring.
Good. Thank you. You're educating me. That's important.
No, no problem.
I'll move on.
You're welcome to come out at any time if you'd like to take a look at the scrubber too, and we can talk about it further as well. So, okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Barring any further questions, my recommendation would be to accept the quote from Aquapier and restore the scrubber, excuse me, to its original capacity.
We got the motion. We got a second.
Motion from.
Second.
Yep. Please call roll.
Grindy,
Yes.
Beauchamp.
Yes.
Quirk.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
Thank
John.
you.
Department heads, Todd.
How about that guy that came in?
You're up.
Is it all right if I just stay?
Todd, okay, then we're going to skip ahead and go to Brian.
Right. I lost my seat, so. Okay, with all the rain that we were experiencing last week, we saw some runoff conditions that exceeded a lot what we saw this spring with our snow melt. Hardnesses came up significantly, turbidities, and we're also seeing some organics come in. The good news with that is we were able to run the new soda ash equipment and feeder, and that, as Steve had mentioned, and that was, it worked well for us. I'd like to mention that all of the monthly state-required samples have been collected and sent off for analysis. That's a monthly deal. And then I'd also like to introduce our new hire, Nick McNellis. He started on Monday for us. There he is, and we're happy to have him.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome, Nick.
Nick comes from good stock.
Is that
I
right?
know his parents.
Good stock.
Well, there you go. We're happy to have him. Yesterday, I participated in a Minnesota Department of Health Northwest District Conference Planning meeting. Tomorrow, I've got Emergency Operation Center meeting. That's with Mr. King also at the fire hall. And then our chlorine risk management plan, the recertification on that is due next week. And that's required with the EPA. And then lastly, I'll be in touch with the Parks and Rec Department to see when they'd want to begin filling the pool. I heard possibly before Memorial Weekend, but I guess we'll see moving forward when that is. And that's all I've got, unless anybody has any questions.
Thank you, Brian.
No, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Todd, now you can get back to your position.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Oh, we got a couple things here. We had a call out for a junction box that was hit behind Northern Valley machine. Farmer was in the field, got kind of stuck in some mud there, and came around and wiped out the junction box. Totally was laying on its back. It was the circuit, one of the circuits that feeds crystal sugar. So we called the crews in. We had to do a bunch of switching to get the load onto a different substation. We killed the circuit at that time. Did get the box standing back up. Re-drilled the holes in there and got it set up, tightened everything up. We we didn't have any, it doesn't appear at this time that we have any damage on the wire. There are some marks in there, the circuit, it didn't trip out. A lot of water and everything in the bottom. We're gonna have to change out the junction box basement on there, and we'll shut that circuit down again. I did talk to Mr. Walski at Northern Valley Machine, and he said some Friday afternoons would probably work, but we'll have to skin that wire back a little bit. But I did get the farmer's name and contacted with him, and he's gonna cover any costs that were accrued there. So I don't know how that happened, but I was pretty surprised when I saw it. Anyway, so that was nice that all the guys were Sunday evening, called them all, and everybody was there. So that worked out good. It went fairly quickly. So, and then we had another one on Saturday over in the trailer court. One phase went bad, so we had to go over there and get the power off, and they laid a wire on the ground. They're waiting for some contractor pricing to get in there and replace the wire. So the water crews, yesterday we've been trying to get the rest of the water meters in over at the Rivertown properties, the old Century. Tyler and Tommy were over there yesterday. They got six out of the 7 in there. No, they got all 6 of them in that were left, so all those are in and complete. So that was good. They are clicking away on a few of those. We're still waiting for some parts to come in, but we've got enough to keep going for the integrated automated system. And then the highway project that's coming up, we met with Michael's over there where they set up the temporary batch plant. We're setting a temporary hydrant over there. And then another contractor that's going to be out on the highway out by the ABTI, we set another temp hydrant there. And then we have one more to set for one other contractor out there, Knife River. So they'll be using quite a bit of water over there the way it sounds for the batch plant. And then did get an update from American Crystal Sugar. Their slice projected end date is May 21st. And then we'll coordinate with Crystal, and we're going to switch the circuits over to a different sub, and we'll start when Holt start their project there, replacing that line, and that'll all start taking place. And yesterday we did have that quiet zone pre-construction meeting. We got one street light pole that's in the way where the sidewalk is going to go, so we'll have to call in some locates and move that one. I coordinate with Steve a little bit. I don't think we're going to be able to go forward. I think we're going to have to go back on the other side of the sidewalk, which isn't a big deal, but there's quite a bit of stuff in there, main gas line and our primaries in there and that. So other than that, just crews have been out fixing some wires, doing some mowing. We'll start some spraying, and got a lot of things going on there. So
season's getting going.
Yeah. So any other questions?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Brianna.
Good morning.
Morning.
Just some more really quick information about the pool, where that gallon came from. The 326,500 gallons, that's the capacity of both the big pool and the baby pool. That's how we came up with it. And then just for reporting purposes, it does get billed and then adjusted after the fact. Just so, Jeremy, when you see your bill, you'll see it there, but we do adjust it afterwards for that donation.
Put it on his personal account.
And then we did get, for Water and Light, some of the year-end adjusting entries yesterday from Brian there at Brady Martz. So got those entered, and then right now I'm reviewing the draft of the annual comprehensive financial report. And so we should hopefully be seeing that soon. I know they're still working on the city one, and they don't kind of put the final stamp on the Water and Light one until the city portion is done. So unless there's any questions from me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carla.
Nothing unless you have questions.
Okay, thank you. Jordan.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Oh, just a few quick updates here. I got the reporting information from the Department of Commerce for 2 separate reports. One's going to be the EUI, so the Electric Utility Information Report, so that's going to be due on July 1st, and that's just going to be a service map and some other statistics from 2023. I just received information for our ECO report, which would have been called the SIP report in the past, so we're moving to a new reporting system. That's going to be due August 1st now, and then I'm going to be attending a webinar on June 13th to go over that new system that they're using instead of just doing a spreadsheet as they have in the past. So it'll be a good update. Looking at the rebates, I have 2 commercial rebates, as you can see. Sacred Heart, we did that LED replacement from Right Choice in the classrooms. So it's 359 2x4 panels. So we did that one. And then the Sanford Walk-in Clinic was paid out for 621 Demers Avenue. So that was all exterior than the parking lot lighting. For spring cleanup week, so far I've got 5 recycle rebates. Those all came in on Monday. So I'm seeing some of those trickle in every day. Questions on those forms. We do have the option where they can text in pictures, so it makes it easier for the homeowner to submit all that information. And then I have radio ads promoting that. So that started last Thursday, and that's going to go through Friday, just explaining how it works and what we offer during that week. Besides that, it's definitely updating season on both the commercial and residential side. So a lot of forms going out, a lot of inquiries every day. So staying busy with that. Any questions at all?
Thank you, Jordan.
Yep.
Corey.
Nothing, no serious questions.
Okay. Keith.
I only got about 15 minutes. You guys got that much time?
Whatever. It'll cost you.
No. I get to do the fun stuff here. Brianna went through the list of employees with the anniversaries, and I got a few here that I just want to acknowledge. A couple of them that were done recently were, we have Dave Solarski, the 316. He had 30 years in. We have Chris Kovar in April 23rd. He has 17 years in. We have Melvin Metz, 229-16, has 8 years in. And I'm just picking up the ones from January forward. I'm not going to do them all. And Ray Riccozzi, 123-12, he has 12 years in. And then Brian Johnson, he has 3/14/2011 plus 9 years, so he has 22 years in as of March 14th.
Good job, young lad.
Yep, and then there's a couple coming up, just 2 of them that I want to mention as well. We have Maren Staley, she has 19 years as of June 1st, and we have Jamie David has 26 years as of May 16th, and so I want to congratulate the staff for their time and commitment. So
good, very good.
I want to acknowledge that. It's good to see we got a lot of long-time employees. The only other thing that I have is on May 28th, I'll be attending the board meeting in Chaska, and hopefully we'll hear something at that meeting regarding the renewable energy project as far as moving forward or not moving forward. So stay tuned. So if you have any questions for me, that's all I have.
No.
Thank you.
Yep.
Commissioner reports, anything?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
So, second.
Please call roll.
Grindy,
Yes.
Beauchamp.
Yes.
Quirk,
Yeah.
Riepel.
Yes.